Hey, I'm Katarina, and today I want to talk about the calf stretch. So, the calf stretch, most of us know where calves are, but just in case, um, it's going to be this muscle here, the back of the leg, back of the lower leg, and there are really two parts of the calf that we could focus on with different stretches, but today we're going to focus on the larger muscle, the gastrocnemius. And why does this matter? So our calves affect the way we walk, the way we move, jumping. Um, they affect the stability of the leg. They're one of the larger muscles of the lower leg. But also having tight calves can be a contributing factor to neck tension and headaches. If you're curious about what I mean by that, I'll explain more at the end of the video. For now, let's get into one way that you can stretch your calves. And that's using something to prop the front of your foot on and then stepping forward with the opposite foot. So I have a few examples here. This is a rolled up cloth exercise mat, but like a towel or rolled up blanket. This is a rolled up thicker exercise mat, and this is half of a foam roller. So you can find them sold as a half dome, but this one I literally bought from like a TJ Maxx or somewhere years ago, and we cut it in half of a foam roller. This is going to be the most effective, but you can do something with whatever you have on hand. So let's demonstrate first with the one that'll give the least lift to my foot. So we'll demonstrate with this rolled up piece of cloth. So when you put your foot on it, you want the ball of the foot on the surface and the heel on the ground. And you might not feel, depending on how tight your calves are, you may feel something even with this very small lift. In actual lift, this is probably like an inch. But as you move the other foot forward, and you don't want to do like a huge step forward if you're not sure what your calf can handle, but as you move the other foot forward and you keep the weight on the back heel or on the heel that you're stretching. And I corrected myself because depending on how tight your calves are, this other leg might not move forward that much. You want to do both sides for an even amount of time. And you can see that I came to the other edge because if you do the middle, then you may interfere with yourself moving the other leg forward. So you come to an edge, you put the foot that you want to stretch the calf, the ball of it on the high surface, the lower one down. And I wanted to demonstrate the difference in height is going to make a difference on how much the other leg can move forward. So like on this low height, I can bring this leg forward quite a bit and still keep my weight back here in the calf and feel, that to get a pretty good stretch, that's how far. Of course, you want to check with your doctor before doing any stretching or anything, exercises, but never stretch to pain. It should just feel like a good stretch, like I mentioned. So if we jump to the half of a foam roller, I want to show you the difference because since this surface is more solid, I can't bring the other foot as far forward because I have a higher incline from my heel to the ball of my foot on this surface. So already there, I'm feeling like a pretty strong stretch. And if we demonstrate the other side, just to get a good view. So there, I'm feeling a pretty good stretch. You can do also, definitely recommend starting with one foot at a time, but you can put both of your feet up on the surface and kind of hold it so that feels like a stretch for me. You can start with 20 seconds, build up from there. This is something that you can have one of these props or a book or something near the sink while you're doing dishes to put the front of your foot up on it and get some stretch there. The calf can actually shorten over time when we're wearing shoes with a positive heel. So even like so-called flats can have a 5 millimeter, 1 inch heel on them when you compare the height of the heel of your foot with the height at the ball of your foot. If there's a difference there, that's shortening the calf. And if you wear shoes like that all the time, it actually affects the length of the muscle long term. So this is a way to bring some stimulation to tell your body, hey, I actually do want to lengthen this muscle. Now, why does this matter? This matters because, as I mentioned, it can contribute to other things further up, starting as close as knee and hip pain and going all the way up to our neck and tension headaches. And why? Because when the calf is very tight, it can create like a whiplash effect going all the way up the body. And it's not going to be like a huge whoosh, but even like a whoosh, whoosh. Think about if you're getting, even in a sedentary lifestyle, 1,000 steps a day, you add that up over a week, over a month, you're getting into thousands and thousands of steps. 1,000 steps a day over a month, it's going to be 30,000 steps of whiplash to your neck. So then it starts to kind of make sense, like, oh, this could be a contributing factor to my neck pain. And if you're getting the 10,000 steps a day that we always hear about, then think about how many times you're getting this whiplash effect going up your body. And I'm not saying that every person has this, but it's a possibility if your calves are very tight. So try this out, see how you feel. If you can do exercise and mobilize this part of your body. And if lifting it on something is already so much, you may just step forward. Like if just stepping forward and keeping that back heel down creates a stretch, then start where you are. There's no shame in starting where you are and then building from there. And of course, if you do have headaches, get checked out by your doctor, because like I said, this is a possible contributing factor, not like this is the cure for headaches. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please feel free to let me know, and let me know if there's something else you would be interested in hearing about as far as alignment, mobility, or health. Have a good one.